Let's start with the bracelet on page 357. A street vendor buys bracelets from a manufacturer for $7 a piece. He then marks up the price by 150%. Okay? So then, what is the retail price? So what they're saying is, when you buy something outright prior to selling it from somebody who makes them, that's called wholesale. Okay? So wholesale cost, to which we add, in this case, 150% of wholesale. That gives us retail. Okay, when you and I shop in the store, we are said to be retail consumers, okay? We are shopping at Kohl's or at Target or Walmart or anything like me. So, let's see what kind of data they give us. They give us the original $7 per bracelet, and that's what he gets them for from the wholesale manufacturer. And we have to add 150% of the wholesale. To find that, we need to convert 150% to a decimal, 1.5. Of means multiply, $7. Okay? Once we combine those two things, you end up with your answer. So if you don't have a calculator, make sure you get yourself a good one. 1.5 times $7 is $10.50 is what he adds to the original $7. So he is selling those beautiful bracelets for $17.50 a piece. All right? That's one way of doing these problems. Okay? There is another way of doing it. Okay, and it's similar to that thing I said that you would click with. Wholesale added to that percentage gives us retail. So if you call the wholesale 100%, whatever that was, $7 is the original amount, and we add 150% to it, it would make sense to say that the retail cost is 250% of wholesale. Would you agree? Okay, so this is method 1. Method 2 is to combine original, which is 100%, with the markup. In this case, it's 150. So we ended up with 250. And find that percent of original. Okay? So 100% plus 150 is 250. So if I want to find 250% of $7, I would multiply 2.5 times 7, and you're going to end up with 1750. This is the way I do these. I don't find the 150% and add it to the original. I do it this way. But if this does not make sense to you, stick with the original method, which is the original amount, 100%, add it to 150% of the original amount, 1050, and in the end, the retail cost ends up being 250% of the original because of the combination that you see here. Okay? So let's go ahead and do checkpoint 1. Okay, that's at the bottom of the page. Checkpoint 1 says, what is the retail price if the markup is 120? So instead of 150, we're doing 120. Okay, I like method 2. 120 added to the original 100% is how much percent? 220, which means 220% of the $7 will give me the retail cost. Okay, 100% is what I paid for it, 120 is what I added to it, 0.2 multiplied by 7. And you should have gotten 1540. Everybody get that? Everybody that got that far? Super. Moving on. So that's markup. Discount. Discount can also be thought of two different ways. Okay? Discount is the exact same kind of thing. So this we're going to entitle markup. Right? Markup. The next section, we can call it discount. And if you're like me, that's what you want when you go to the store. Okay? Discount. You want a deal. We all want a deal. Okay? You buy an organizer for 15% off of the original price. What is the sale price? Okay? So method 1, that is to take the original price, remove the discount, and that will give you what you are going to pay for it, also known as the sale price, right? In my mind, whenever I'm talking about this, I'll say, what's the sale price? Okay? So, using this method, $25 is the original, right? The discount is 15% of 25, right? To solve what 15% of 25, it's 0.15 times 25. 0.15 times 25. 375, does that look about right? Yeah. So 375 subtracted from 25, and you should have ended up with a new price of $21.25. Okay? I personally prefer to think it in terms of what am I actually paying instead of finding original minus discount. Okay? This is method 1. Method 2 is, and actually, they're showing it a little bit more difficult than I would. I know the original is $25, but with the reduction of 15% from the original of 100%, what am I actually paying? 85%. So it would make sense to say original times percentage actual will give me sale price. Okay, I'm not paying 100%. I'm paying 85%. Okay? And if you plug that data in, 25 times 0.85, you end up with $21.25, much more quickly than we did in the first example. But again, if you prefer to show it as original, remove your discount, totally fine. Okay, totally fine. All right, let's do checkpoint 2. This is at the bottom of the page, below the sales tax thingy. A pair of jeans that originally cost $32 is 25% off. What's the sale price? So do we want to take the 100% and remove 25%, or do we want to instead find out what percentage we're actually paying? What percentage would that be, by the way? 25, you remove that, 75%. So I am buying a pair of jeans that are $42, and because of the discount, I'm only paying 75%, right? I remove 25 from 100, I end up with 75%. So 42 times 0.75. Looks like $31.50. Did you all come up with that? If you did it the other way, and you did 42 minus 25% of 42, you would still end up with the same answer. It's just an extra step. $10.50 is the discount. Okay, so you end up with $31.50. Okay, now whatever way you do it, it doesn't matter to me. I just prefer method 2 because it's less work. Okay, so we've done markup, we've done discount. Now we're going to talk a little bit about sales tax and tip. Okay, And this can be done multiple ways as well. They're not showing the other way, but I like to do it another way. Example 3. Here we go. The bill for your meal is 22 bucks. You leave a 15% tip and you pay sales tax of 6%. What is the cost? You know what? I'm going to do it their way because the other way it doesn't exactly work right. Okay, so if I know I'm paying for the meal, I also have to add tax and I have to add a tip. Okay? So what did they say the percentage rate of tax is? 6%? So that's 0.06 of 22, right? And they want to give her a 15% tip. Guess she did all right. 0.15 of 22. You don't pay a tip on top of the tax. You always tip only on your meal cost if it's broken down that way. But normally, this is what you're going to get, and normally you're going to tip on top of that. But we're not. For the sake of this argument, we're not. Okay? So 6% of 22 is $1.32, right? 15% of 22 is $3.30. All of that added to the $22 meal, yes? If I did my arithmetic right, I should have $26.62 as my answer. Yes, sir?
Can't you just add up all the percentages?
So you're saying 121%?
Yeah, times 22. That's what I did.
Did you get the same answer?
I did 100%.
Okay, so you did 1.21 times 22. Yeah, because you're still taking it of the 22. Yes, you can. Okay, yes, you can do the 6% and the 15% because all of that is of 22. Okay, yes, definitely. Definitely. All right, example 3. I'm sorry, example 4, we're moving on. Sorry, Darren, you still rocking it up there? Maybe another second. Good? Okay. Example 4. Retailers put stuff on sale and maybe they don't list the original price, so maybe you want to know it. In any case, example 4 is going to teach us how to find the original. Okay? Yeah, I know, honey. I'm using mine right now, though. Okay. Find the original amount.
I would like to travel to the office for a doctor's appointment, please.
Find the original amount. So, and this is important, like, you want to know what the original amount is so that you know if the sale is a good deal. Okay? If I say the price is 80% off, and the price is $1,000 to you. And then another source says, I'm giving you a 10% discount, no more, and the cost is $500. Well, shouldn't the 80% discount be better? Only if the original amount is better. So that is something that smart shoppers need to compare. Don't always assume because they say 50% off that it's a good deal. Because it depends on what the original amount was. If the original amount is double what you should have been spending, then it's not a sale at all. Okay? So, lamps. A furniture store marks up the wholesale price of a desk lamp by 80%. Okay? The retail price is 35 bucks. Okay? What is the wholesale price? See, they use method 2 here that I've been showing you. From what they've said, they're basically telling us 180% of the original is the retail price of $35. Okay? You've got to just talk yourself through this stuff. 100% was whatever the wholesale was. They marked it up by 80%, 180% of the original. Okay, in order to solve, you need to convert your your percent to decimal, and of means multiply. We don't know what original is, and you end up with $35. Written algebraically, you would write 1.8x equals $35. So factor multiplied together gives us a product. When you're missing a factor in a multiplication problem, you divide by the known factor, which in this case is 1.8. After you've performed the division, you should end up with 1944. Okay? You should end up with 1944. So that says that they got these for 1944, marked it up by 80%, came up with that number after they combined retail plus markup. Okay? All right, folks. I'm going to let you go ahead and get started.